This is a video about how to import multiple email addresses into Outlook to form a new contact group. Specifically, I'm going to bring all of the 8th grade student email addresses from Northwood Middle School into Outlook to form a contact group because I need to contact them on a regular basis. So first you need a spreadsheet with all of the email addresses in it. If you don't have this, contact your ITRT and we can get this to you. So let me scroll down. These are the 6th grades. Let's go down to the 8th grade, 7th grade. I want to go down to the first one. Okay, so here's the first 8th grade one. Let's get this one is actually blank, but I'll use this one right here. So here's my first 8th grade email address. I select that, just the email. I don't want the other, the name or anything else with the student number, just the email address itself. Select it. Scroll all the way to the bottom. Before I select the last one, I want to hold down the Shift key and then select the last one, and it selects everything in between those two selections. All right, they're all selected. I right-click and I copy it, like so. Now I need to launch Outlook, but I need to launch the installed or client version, not the web-based version that we often use at school. The client version is in the Programs list. So if you come down to the Start button in the lower left and go ahead and select that, you will see a long list. You scroll down to the O's, and you launch it from here, like so. Now, I already have it open, so here it is. It looks something like this. I'm in the email portion of it. The envelope in the lower left is selected by default when you open it up. I need to go into Contacts. So if you come over here in the lower left to the icon of the two people, that's Contacts. Go ahead and select that. It will look something like this. Then you're going to come up to the upper left and make a new contact group. It will look like this, and you're going to add members right over here. So I come to add members, and it actually doesn't matter which one of these you select at this point. I'll just do the first one. Okay, you'll get a window that looks something like this. And on the bottom here, just to the right of where it says members, I'll put my cursor in there. That's where I'm going to paste all of those email addresses I just copied. So I right-click and paste. Just backspace once. Okay, so they're all in here. I can scroll and see them like so. I click OK. Last thing, I need to give it a name, so I'm just going to call this NMS 2024. That's when they graduate from high school, and I hit save and close. You may get an error message like this. Just click OK. And now I've saved that contact group. I can search for it here. Let me just type in NMS. Okay, so here it is. This is the one I just made. I also have class of 2025 and 2026 and a few other groups too. But this is the one I just made. Now, how do I use these contact groups with email? So let's go back to email. So on the lower left, I go back to the envelope, like so. I come up to the upper left, new email. And I want to put all of those email addresses in here to email, let's say the 7th grade in this case. That's class of 2025. So let me start typing NMS. Let's see, let's try 2025. There it is, NMS 2025. And I put my subject, my body in, and I hit send. It will send to all of the 7th graders in this case. If you're not sure about the email addresses, if they're in there, click that little plus sign just to the left here. Click OK. And it will populate the to field. Click on this right here, 199 plus 199 others, and the other all are. They're all in there. Okay, so I just hit send, and it will go to all of those people, and I can just do that as often as I need to. Now, how do I share that contact list with one of my colleagues? So let's do that. I'm going to go ahead and make a new email. In this case, I'm just going to share it with myself, so I'll just put my own name in here. And I'm going to need to see this email and my contacts at the same time. So let's just move this over here, like so. And let's go back to contacts again. So I come down to the icon of 2 little people in the lower portion here. Let's type in 2025. Okay, here it is. I'm just going to drag this to my email. So I could actually click, hold, and drag it down to this icon, and it would make my email active. Or I can do a side-by-side if I want to. You know, kind of resize your 2 windows so you can see your email and the other one. You can do it either way. Okay? But either way, you have to drag it over to the email message. So I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to drag it to the icon down here on the taskbar and then bring it up. I'm still holding the mouse down. Then I drop it here, and it attaches it. Okay, and this is the 2025 contact list. I'm going to send it to myself. Okay, so let me go back into my mail. So in the lower left, I hit the envelope. And here it is. So this is the email I just sent myself. I received the contact list. Now, how do I add this to my contacts? So as a receiver, what you do is you're just going to click, hold, and drag this all the way down to the icon of contact. So I'm just going to drag it over there. So click, hold, drag. I drop it here and release it. Now if I go back into contacts, let's select this icon. I'm back in contacts again. Let's search for 2025. Should have two of them now, the original one and the new one. So here I am. So I have two of them. I can just go ahead and right click and delete one of them. But anyway, that is how you create a contact list from a bunch of email addresses, and that is how you share it with someone else. And if it's shared with you, that is how you import it into your contacts.